Virtual Case 3, we are getting an introduction to SAP. This is a great thing to put on your resume that you have done a business case in the software SAP. So first, from the online schedule, I click on the link. It's very important for you to follow these instructions. I'm not going to read everything. I'm going to briefly take you through these slides. I've already clicked on this. SAP is both a company and a piece of software. A very large, impressive piece of software and company. Importantly, the largest business software in the world and the third largest software company in the world. About 3/4 of the Forbes 500 run SAP. This is everywhere. It's everywhere and it does everything. The 2 slides following this will tell you specific log instructions for your semester. It, of course, changes each semester. Why are we doing this? The fulfillment process. We are working as consultants for Global Bike. 2 bike companies, one in Germany, one in the United States, formed a company to make and sell bicycles, and they need software to help run their business. They do raw materials, they do semi-finished goods, and fully finished bicycles. They have customers in the United States and Germany, as well as vendors, suppliers. I like this picture because if you look at this in the middle right here, these 3 boxes, in Unit 2, that's what we drew as the supply chain or the value chain. Procurement, that's our suppliers. Here's us, in this case, making bicycles. And here's fulfillment, which is customers. So that's always at the heart of a business, and we see it again here. And the fulfillment process is working with our customers to sell bikes, getting an order, entering it, and moving through this process, as you can see, all the way to billing and getting payment. So that's what we're going to be using SAP for in Virtual Case 3, to assist in the information needs of the sales order process. It's very important. All of this stuff you'll see in the document. There's no sense me reading this to you. We are going to be doing all of these steps in the software. Importantly, though, for Virtual Case 3, you are going to finish by taking a picture of your document flow, and it's going to look a lot like this. You are going to have steps 2 through 7 showing up in your document flow, and you're going to post that to your Google site to get credit for Virtual Case 3. So we keep reading. Most of you are going to do option 1. Option 2 you can read in the link at the bottom. This video is only talking about option 1. If we're going to do option 1, we're really going to use SAP, which again I think is more valuable for you as a business professional of tomorrow, regardless of your major. To say that you have touched SAP and used SAP is very desirable from the standpoint of these big companies that might want to hire you. So I want to do this. So this will be updated for your semester. We got to get our SAP number. It's going to look like this. I find myself alphabetically and I see that I'm 015, and this could change by semester, but given this, my username is learn015. I copy that. I move to step 2. We are using the SAP software through the cloud, so you don't have to install it on your own machine. You don't have to pay extra. It's included in your NIU educational costs. So this is really good. So I click on this and I'm going to log in. Though, better go back. This is very important. I need this to log in successfully. Please note this number will change per semester. It's 195 here, but it might not be 195 for your semester. Click on this again. In the client number, in this case, I've got to enter whatever the virtual case 3 link tells me. Now, I just learned that my login, my username was learn015. And again, I go back here. It tells me that my initial password, again, this could change per semester, but for this semester, it's Global 1. Oh boy, so a lot to pay attention to. In this case here, then I got my username, and then I type, and you will not see this, but Global 1. Whatever it says in the VC3 link. Okay, if I've got that all correct, it's going to force me and force you the first time you log in to change your password. Global 1 is current, and now I get to pick my own password. Please remember your password. We don't want to spend time resetting your password. Please write this down. Remember your own password. I changed that and I will save it in case I log in again on this browser. This is now SAP. You are in SAP. That is a really powerful experience for you. I'm going to go back to the VC3 link so I can continue to follow my instructions. I'm logged in. Now I've got to complete VC3. Doing so requires you to follow this Word document very carefully, step by step. I have loaded the Word document. We are going to create an order to get started. So I've downloaded my Word document. I have it here. If you look at this, you'll notice it is a 27-page document. It is not as bad as it seems. SD stands for sales delivery, and then step 1. There are 8 steps. Step 1 is just displaying a customer record. There is no record in the document flow of doing this, so practically you don't have to do this if you don't want to. The document flow begins with step 2. So we are now on page 8. We've already gone through 7 pages, so like I say, it's not so terrible. This is creating an order. We are going to do each step one at a time and complete the sales delivery process. I am only going to do step 2 with you to show you how to follow through. It's critical that you read these instructions character for character. If you make a mistake, you're going to have to start again here. The TA and I cannot diagnose your mistake. We will only tell you start again with step 2. So you might as well do it carefully the first time. Okay, so I read this, and I follow this exactly within SAP. Then I double click on create. Back to the Word document. You can see you get screenshots in the Word document of what I just did. There, I did that ahead of time. Okay, follow this carefully. So I'm toggling back and forth. Let me put this down so you'll definitely know this is the Word document. I'm toggling back and forth between this and SAP. And if I'm in my machine here, I can copy and paste some of these. Critically here, it says then press enter. So I'm here, I press enter. You want to do it exactly as it says. Shows me a picture of what my screen should look like. I can double check that, but we did that. So when I pressed enter, I didn't notice this little error here. It didn't say asterisk OR, it said OR. Now I press enter, and I knew that because this next screen didn't come up. So I couldn't do this. Okay, so then I go here, sold to, and press F4. Sometimes you have to be patient. This is a system running in the cloud, a very large piece of software. So my SAP number is 015. This is going to be specific to you. Please put your number in these instructions when it says this, or you will not get credit. Click on the binoculars. There they are. Again, we got to follow very carefully. I saw that. Select Philly Bikes by double clicking. That's just the top, okay? 3 in front of it. There it is. For purchase number, my individual number. PO date, today's date. Click in the PO date and click F4 on a PC. I'm going to accept that. So you can see it shows you everything in the Word document, very specific. Double check that. Required delivery 3 days. So here's required delivery, not the same day. Press F4 and go out 3 days. 1, 2, and I'm going to go business days. So I go to there. Click on the material field and press F4. Here's material. I'm pressing F4 on my keyboard. Following screen comes up. Good. Sales material by description. So that's a little different. Got to read this exactly. See if this is defaulted. It is not. So this has to be UEOO. United States East. That looks wrong. Let's copy this in. Note there's an asterisk here in the material text box. So this is a little different. It's an asterisk followed by my number, and your number will be different. Black Deluxe Touring Bike. I need to double click on. That puts that in the material box as shown here. Order quantity 5. Order quantity. Then press enter. You have to do it exactly as it says. Okay, I get this screen. I click on that. Check. Good. Everything's working as it says in the Word document. Now it entered a bunch of stuff. You got elevator bars here and here. Okay, we select the line and we click on the pricing icon, the dollar sign. Line is selected. That does a ton of things for me. There, it looks like this. Each bike costs $3,000. Yes, yes, yes. Standard order 1 has been saved. Oh, I didn't read. Click on the save button. You got to read every sentence, every character. So I didn't read that. Now I'm going to click on the save button. And then in the bottom, standard order 4 has been saved. We're sharing this, so your order number, it will not be the same as your 3-digit SAP number. Oops. And it could be any number, your standard order number. I'm done with step 2. Look at this. We're on page 16. So we skipped to page 8. We're on page 16, and there's only 27 pages. If you've done your order, your steps correctly, the rest of these steps, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, are very easy. To check to see if you saved it correctly, I can exit because I saved my order. You can get through logistics, sales and distribution, sales, order, display, and then up in display, click display document flow. There you go. There's my standard order 4 for me, SAP number 015. This is step 2. The reason it says open is we haven't finished the other steps. Once we finish step 3, there'll be a new line. Step 4 will be a new line. Step 5, 6, 7 will be a new line. You go down here in the Word document, and your document flow will look something like this. You'll have a step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It's possible that these will say something a little different over here. In particular, if you have multiple orders, you will not be able to clear step 7. Don't worry about that. You will not lose points. And so the final step here is to get a picture of my document flow onto my Google site. So how did I get to document flow again? Right here. Logistics, sales, order, double-click display, display document flow. I'm on a PC. I'm going to bring up my snipping tool. Basically just a way to screen capture. On a Mac, it's Command Shift 4. You can Google that. I want to grab this, and obviously I wouldn't do this until I'm all the way done, but I'm giving this as an example to you. So I think I will save this as a file so I can insert the file. We'll call it SAP doc flow. It's a JPG file. Saving the file. Then I'm going to go into my SAP doc flow, edit it, and I'm going to insert an image. And I just saved that as SAP doc flow, an image. Click OK, there it is, and save it. So you obviously want to check that everything works so the TA can grade this. If you go to our web page, click on here, click on your name, and then add SAP doc flow to make sure the TA can see it. This for me only has step 2. You will have 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 also. So that is your video for VC3. We double check our notes here if we've done more than one order. And if you can't get it to work, you'll need to do option 2. So sometimes people simply just can't get through these steps. That's okay. You can do option 2 if necessary. Good luck. I hope you enjoy SAP.